Hey traders, Michael here, and we had a huge drop in the stock market last week and a massive drop in crypto, and in fact we actually called the top of that market. And so here was my initial chart sent through, which is the S&P, which is just under 4,700. So this was the chart and this was my comment. If this isn't a bubble, then I've never seen one. Massively parabolic and overbought, it will not be pretty. And then the screenshot, as you can see on Tuesday. And this was my analysis of the current situation. So we had very, very clear rejection as far as price analysis is concerned. And so if we look at price analysis and price action, we can see that we had this very, very clear resistance at 47.45 and had a break above a breakdown. And as we put a trend line on price going back a few months, we can see every time that price came down to this dynamic support, it was held and it bounced quite nicely. So the first time we can see strong bounce up, which indicates a lot of buying. Second time we came down, strong bounce up, indicating a lot of buying. Third time we had a lot of buying. Then we hit that same resistance point, which is a key level, 47.45. So 1, 2, 3 touches. And we came back again, we came back down again, but this time we did not get any significant bounce, which indicates in price action that there aren't any buyers left in the market. No buyers at all. So if there's no buyers left in the market, there's only one group of people left, and that's the sellers. So at this point here, 4,666 or 4,664, there was a void of buyers. Now, if that's the case, the price can only go in one direction. So I drew this little arrow down with a question mark. Is this where we're going? I believed it was, and actually shorted from that level. And so if we come back, here was the chart as we move down. I say it often is, but as the bounce gets smaller, you can see the unwillingness of buyers to bid it up. Once the buyers leave the market, there's only one group of people left. And sure enough, let's see what happened with price. Let's have a look at our chart. This is what happened here. So there's our bounces, and right there where we indicated was where there was a void of buyers in the market, which indicates an unwillingness to bid the market up, which means the market can only go in one direction, and it was straight down. So once again, there's the live chart, and there's the screenshot back on the 17th of what I expected to happen. So we did very, very well from this. Market went down nicely, and also crypto went down nicely as well. So let's check that out. So here we can see on Friday, took Bitcoin short. So there's my entry up at 42,700. Took out my first position at 41,577, and obviously we've dropped right down to 35,000 since then. So I indicated that first position was taken out, and if more was running in that trade. Now we also predicted the reversal of Luna. So this was a reply to my initial post a month earlier, possible head and shoulders reversal pattern setting up. And this was the post of the recent reversal. So here's our shoulder over here, and we reversed exactly the 61.8% fib retracement, and I'm expecting at least a push down to below 70. And here's our Luna trade. So this is where the reversal is from. As you can see, here's our shoulder here, here's our right shoulder, reversal exactly on the 61.8% retracement, and a drop all the way down below the swing low down to 55. So we didn't trade that the entire way, but I did trade it short down there and did not hold on for the big move. But we managed to sell the exact top of that move, which was amazing. And again, top of this move was aligned with the stock. So as stocks dropped, crypto followed to begin with. Here's the neckline of our head and shoulders. And once we broke through that, as you can see, there was a capitulation in price from 70 down to 53. And we're heading back on strongly now, possibly moving for a move higher now. Luna is a very, very strong protocol and will be used in years to come. And in fact, if we look at a higher time frame, we can see rejection from the averages on a log chart, even on a standard percentage chart, and we possibly could be going back up from here. So as far as the weekly chart is concerned, looking very, very constructive bullishly. And this is one of those protocols that will probably outlast even possibly the coming bear market for crypto. So we did very, very well with understanding what the market was doing and learning to trade it from the highs. Now, as you can see on the S&P, we've broken the long-term channel, which goes back a year. And we've gone into negative territory. We have bounced off the 200 moving average. Now, what's really interesting is that if you look at this chart, when was the last time we bounced off the moving average? It was back in 2019. However, this is an inflated market. And if we go out and look at the weekly chart, you can see that we had an incredibly bearish close last week. Okay, the last time we had a close like that was the week beginning of 2020, just as the virus was breaking out worldwide. We have not seen a bearish reversal like that for years and decades. So it's possible that we have a really bloody week ahead, and we could even move down to the $4,000 mark this week quite quickly. So we're watching it to see what happens. If that's the case, then crypto could actually take a further dive. Not all of them, but definitely some of them. And we'll see what the market plays out. However, we're aware of that. We knew what was coming. We managed to identify that that this was actually going to be the top of the market for a long time, and everything else was going to follow in step. So interesting start to the week. We'll be looking short in a lot of the market, but there will be some long opportunities as well. However, it's much safer to wait until the market flattens out and we see clear reversal signs before we buy. So I'll be watching closely, and let's see what this brings for us.